Most people think dolls are harmless, just porcelain faces, glass eyes, and painted smiles. But I learned the hard way that some dolls hold something far darker behind their innocent expressions. The one that changed my life forever was an antique cloth doll with tangled brown hair and a faded red dress. I bought it from an estate sale, thinking it would be a cute decoration for my shelf. I should have felt the warning the moment I picked it up. The doll's button eyes seemed too aware, too focused, as if it was already studying me. But I ignored the chill crawling up my spine. I told myself it was just old and creepy, nothing else. Strange things, start the first night with the doll was quiet, almost peaceful. I set it on my desk and went to sleep. But around midnight, I woke up with the heavy feeling that someone was watching me. My eyes drifted to the desk. The doll's head was turned toward me. I sat up, confused. I was certain its head had been facing the wall before I slept. I tried to brush it off. Maybe I remembered wrong. Maybe I was imagining things. But the next morning, the doll wasn't on the desk anymore. It was sitting on my bedside table, closer, watching. I felt uneasy, but I still didn't want to accept anything supernatural. I placed the doll back where it belonged and left for work. When I returned, the doll was sitting on my couch, its legs hanging, head tilted, like it had been waiting for me. Footsteps in the night. That night, I heard soft footsteps in my room. Light, almost playful, like a child's tiny feet pattering on the wooden floor. I froze. The sound stopped immediately. My heart raced as I turned on the lamp. Nothing moved, nothing seemed out of place until I saw the doll now seated at the foot of my bed. This time I felt true fear. Its smile wasn't cute anymore. It seemed stretched, sharper somehow. The doll speaks. The following night, I woke to a whisper. At first, I couldn't understand it. It sounded like fabric brushing against itself, like a low humming. Then the whisper formed words. "Play with me." I bolted upright, eyes wide. The doll was inches from my face, lying beside me on the pillow, its cloth hand touching my shoulder. I screamed and threw it across the room. It hit the wall with a dull thud and fell to the floor. I flipped on every light, hyperventilating, and stayed awake until sunrise. Trying to escape, I decided to get rid of the cursed thing. I didn't care how rare or old it was, I wanted it gone. I stuffed the doll into a garbage bag, drove far out of town, and threw it into a public dumpster. When I came home, I felt relieved for the first time in days. But that relief shattered quickly. Before going to bed, I walked into my room to grab my phone. I stopped dead in my tracks. The doll was sitting on my pillow. Its dress was dirtier than before, covered in dust and grime from the dumpster. It had come back. The previous owner's secret. Desperate, I returned to the house where I bought the doll. The estate sale organizer recognized me instantly. When I told her what was happening, her face went pale. She finally confessed that the doll belonged to a young girl who died tragically inside the house. The family believed the doll was possessed by her restless spirit. Strange things happened for years. Objects moved on their own. Whispers echoed in empty rooms, and anyone who tried to get rid of the doll always found it again. "No one wanted it," the woman whispered. "We were hoping it would finally choose a new home." Choose? As if the doll was alive enough to decide who it wanted. Final night. That night, I locked every door and window. I even shoved a chair under my bedroom doorknob. I kept the lights on and placed the doll in the hallway, far from my room. But around 3 a.m., I woke up to the sound of scratching. From inside my room, something was brushing against my blankets. I slowly lifted my head. The doll was crawling up the side of the bed, its cloth fingers gripping the blanket. Its button eyes gleamed with a cold, hungry intelligence. It whispered again, in a voice no doll should have, "You're mine now." Its grin widened as it reached my chest. And now, I haven't slept in days. The doll sits in the corner of my room right now, smiling, waiting, whispering when the lights go out. No matter where I hide it, no matter how far I throw it, it always finds its way back. I don't know how much longer I can stay awake. But I know one thing for certain. Once this doll chooses you, you never escape.